Howdy, folks. How's it going today? It's going awesome here. Got a ton more comments again. That's awesome. I'm loving that. It makes my day every time I see some comments on there. And I try not to read them before the show because I want it to be kind of a surprise to me as I go through. So hopefully the comments are, not really horrible questions that might be bad to answer live. But hopefully y'all will downvote the ones that I really shouldn't read so they don't appear or something. I don't know. But I don't think y'all would do that. I don't think y'all would put horrible comments on there. I mean, why be on the channel, right? Like that. So it's another early day. It's now 8:41. Dropped the kids off at school. They were great again. My son's been playing a lot of Team Fortress 2, so he every morning he's like, "Dad, I want this new gun. It's only $3 on the store." And I'm like, "No, you're not spending any money on that store. You can sell your guns and then put some money into it that way and then buy if you want. But I probably have that weapon and I'll be glad to give it to you. Or maybe I'll put you to work for it." Hey, Jacob, it's Loot Crate time. It's time to work for that scatter gun. Right? No. We'll just have to see on that one. Wearing a hat today that in honor of Raging Cajun. He gave it to me last year at the Dead Workers Party, which is just next week, actually. So I'm looking forward to that and getting things set up here. My kids may be here for the Friday because they are on fall break, so they're going to help me set up and might meet some people as they get here. So that'll be fantastic. I don't know. Maybe they should just stay probably not the whole weekend, especially if I start drinking any. Yeah, maybe not a good idea. Maybe next year. Jacob is probably old enough, but it's hard to go, "Well, Jacob gets to come play, but you don't, Sammy. Sorry." That just seems like a mean thing to do. But today, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of editing. The Shaft is tonight, so probably mostly editing. I played some Arma 3 Altus Life with Bitburner yesterday, and there were just some funny things. We're going to play more of that. I only got to play for about 20 minutes, but there was enough funny stuff to make a video, so I'm going to edit that together because I can't wait to see what that turns out to. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be funny, I think. You'll have to tell me on that one. I will let you be the judge if you want to be the judge. You can judge me and grade me on my performance and Bitburner on his performance. Also, Mystery of the Timekeeper, number 4, out today. And I hope to have those up every other day until it's finished. There's going to be 9 total episodes. So that's 6 more videos that I need to edit there. Actually 5, because I edited 4. So I want to edit those. I've got the rest of Indiana Jones to edit, which I think there's like 2 or 3 of those. I've got the Arma 3 I need to edit. I've got a Smite video, but I don't know. It's not that interesting. Not really enough happens, so I may just, cut out a few pieces and keep them in the Smite outtakes folder and wait till I have like a 5 minutes of outtakes to put up. Out of all that, I want to find at least one good, 30-second to 1 minute clip to put up as a Brent Minute. I want to start making sure I have at least one of those weekly because I think that'll be a fun playlist to just roll through, right, and get the laughs and then move on with your day. So that's kind of my day in a nutshell. I need to make a bumper for sightings, I believe, and update all the bumpers for the Shaft. So, and that's tonight. So I will have to leave here. I've been rushing the past 2 days because I left too late, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to leave here at like 1:30. Give myself an hour to go pick up the kids, and then my wife gets home around 4. So I'll get back here at 5. That'll give me 3 hours before the show. Really 2, because we like to put the show up an hour before, or put up the stream. Oh, I need to make a Shaft stream, I guess, on Twitch. I don't know. I don't know if I should just leave it at Dead Workers Party. I kind of just want to erase that from the earth now. Kind of bitter. Not bitter. Not better. Didn't say that. A little bitter. But so yeah, that's where I'm at. Let's oh, I did hear something, a couple things interesting on the way into work today, and I thought I'd relay that to you. You know the song, it's probably most well known for the Muppets. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, let's turn off the music here so it doesn't. Bam, paused. But you know the dun 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 dun, dun phenomenon, a dun 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 phenomenon. That song that was made really popular by the Muppets apparently was first introduced and created for a soft porn. I'm not lying, unless the guy that I heard this info from is lying, but I thought that was rather interesting and bizarre. So every time you can sing that song, you'll maybe think about naked Muppets. New strategy when you're having to give a speech in front of people. Just sing that song and think about the stuffs. All the stuffs. Also, Hewlett-Packard could have been called Pewlett-Hackard. Apparently, the two gentlemen who formed the company, Hewlett and Mr. Packard, flipped a coin to figure out which way the name was going to go, and apparently Hewlett won. Hewlett-Packard. Interesting? I don't know. Maybe not. Do you want interesting facts, or is that a waste of your day? I don't want to waste your day. I want to make your day more enjoyable. That's my goal. Simple as that. I want to make you happy peoples. Okay, so we've got a lot of comments, so let's go ahead and roll into those babies. I actually left one myself because I realized I hadn't answered. Anyway, by the way, I realized I didn't finish JBJ Blaze's question to the glasses. He wanted to know if I'm hiding tears. And really it comes down to, I'll take them off, as you can see. They're kind of dark and puffy right now. I haven't been getting much sleep. And really for the past 20 years, I have a horrible time going to sleep. My brain just sits there and I think about stuff. And anyway, so part of the reason is my eyes are too puffy. I don't want you to have to stare at that every day. Is that pretty? And then also, apparently, because I'm also always tired, they always hang it half-mast, and so people are like, where are your eyes? So you know what? No seeing my eyes. Put on the glasses. And I love sunglasses. This is the only pair I like in the studio right now. I do have the pineapple ones. Maybe I'll put that on. But I love accessories. I don't know why. I'm a freak. I love hats and sunglasses. Maybe it's something deep within in my conscious that wants to hide my face. Is that anyway? So Game Zylinder, that's Zylinder's replied with, though when you were talking about Eric, there seemed like they actually were covering tears a bit. They might have been. I mean, I didn't actually shed any tears, but it always makes, I don't know. I'm happy when I talk about Eric. He's got a crush on him. Don't we all? Anyway, let's move on here. Tara says, sorry, I meant more the YouTube partnership, CMS Thingamabob Minecraft Network that Good is finalizing. I hope he picks you up for that. Not necessarily the group, but I'd be up for that too. And yeah, so yeah, that's cool. I don't know how much I can talk about that. I will kind of let Wes and Good talk about that more. I guess I can say that I have been discussing that possibility. So we'll see what happens. JBJ Blaze says, perfect. Call us brothers. I love the quest for Galel. That's where brothers comes from. It is kind of a, it's kind of came from Dead Workers Party. And I don't know. It's up to y'all. It's not up to me. So there's a suggestion. You'll take it for what it is. Side notes: will the Shaft show notes continue to be posted at its official site or just on the YouTube videos for now? Last week there really weren't show notes so much. I went ahead and threw in the ideas and listener contributions that we discussed in the video. The goal is to put the show notes, I think instead of the Google Doc, into the actual show notes on the site, theshaftpodcast.com from now on, and may or may not in the YouTube video. I don't know. What do you think's the best there? There's a little issue. I'm trying to save time. The Shaft is moving forward. There may be some changes with, like, it's not a Dead Workers product anymore. It's now just the Shaft, and so I kind of feel like I can't just be the arbiter of the Shaft anymore. Before, I was protecting it as like a Dead Workers Party product, and since I was the only Dead Worker still involved, then of course I made all the decisions and for all that. Going forward, I feel like it's now the Shaft. It's its own entity. It's not mine. It's whoever's on the Shaft. So internally, well, I just turned up volume somehow on my ears. But internally, it's going to be all of ours who are on it. So I'm just a cog in the wheel, kind of, but it still takes a lot of my time. Probably a lot more than everybody else's because I'm doing the show notes, uploading it, editing, and all that. So I'm trying to do what I can to save time without compromising content and making it the best it can be. So I would prefer to put the show notes in one place and reference it, but also SEO, it may be better to have it in both places. I don't know. We'll look at that and see. And that was a way too long answer for that simple question. Are there any train stations nearby in Huntsville? There's a bus station. Trains go through here all the time, but I don't know where a train station is, honestly. And lastly, I love the formula of morning coffee and how you're responding to comments during the show instead of just in the comment section. Not sure if shorter episodes might be better, though. Well, what should I do there, guys and gals, folks? Should I pick a few comments out? Is this fine? I'm trying to put the comments at the end, so if you're like, I don't care about the comments, then you can just cut off and head on to the next video before that. So let me know if that works out. Zylinder says, so I'm not sure if you want to or even can talk about this, so if you don't wish to answer this, just skip to the next comment. So let's see, dangerous territory. Sounds like, what did the, I think that should be maybe why did the DWP split as sudden for you as it seemed to us, or, oh, okay, the did's out. Was the DWP split as sudden for you as it seemed to us, or had this been discussed for some time? It was absolutely as much as a surprise, almost to me, as much as everyone else. I mean, there was a bit of seeing the writing on the wall, but I my assumption was that we were probably going to pare down the studio. I mean, I was going to be going home anyway to edit with my wife going to school, so I wasn't going to be here. And the only time this office that I'm in right now would be used would be during the podcast. So I had already proffered, hey, let's see if we can rent out that room. I can move the stuff. I'll be home anyway. Maybe we can bring down the cost of what we're paying for the studio on that. And I mean, we were the week before last week, or was it last week or has it been longer? I think it was last week. The week before that Monday that we made the decision, like we were talking about plans to make money to survive. And I got an email that Monday morning that basically we need to have a meeting about the dead workers because we got an basically in our accounting someone screwed up and we had a month of rent that we hadn't paid. So all suddenly we were behind the ball, and our rent is just astronomical. I mean, it's I'll tell you, it's $2,500 a month, and which is crazy. I've thought it was crazy from day one, and I voted to not pay that much and go somewhere else. But I was outvoted, and so that's what you have is we've been paying $30,000 a year for space, which is idiotic, and I could absolutely do nothing about it. Being this is a problem with when you're in a company and you're 1/5 of that company. Even when you see bad ideas, all you can do is try to get other people to see when something's a bad idea. In hindsight, it doesn't matter. Now that it's happened, I can point fingers, and I could tell people, see, I told you. It doesn't fix anything. Nothing changes. It doesn't make anybody feel better. So it's like, it is what it is, and we're here where we are. And so when that found out, the one telling thing to me was at that meeting, not a single person stood up and said, well, why don't we just not pay rent? Like, let's all move home and continue dead workers from there. So that's kind of what I mean by the writing was on the wall, is that you have a company where initially we were formed to do videos. Like, we wanted to do video content. We wanted to do different things, documentaries, creative movies, music videos. Eric and I got into podcasting a long time ago when we were starting, and as we moved into like YouTube and stuff, that became our primary focus. Eric wants to do music and music videos. I want to do this. I love making game videos. I love just being me and just and having fun. The other three guys in the company, one of them's kind of off doing videos on it. I mean, he always had his own video production company, and honestly, that was probably a conflict of interest because he's out every day making money doing exactly what this company was formed for. That was another issue. And I'm probably telling you stuff that I probably shouldn't tell you. This is company info that so here, this is what you get at morning coffee. You get me, and I'm gonna talk about shit. So there you have me and Eric are on the YouTube fence. You have one gentleman who's on his own fence. Then you have another gentleman who really, I say, checked out probably 2 years ago, because we definitely weren't going in the direction that I think he wanted to go in. And he still works on different projects and stuff, and as always, if you need him, he's there. He will help out. He's a great guy. But the business side and all the other stuff, he's just kind of there. The last guy, quit his job to do this full time, a really good job, to try to get business ventures in here to make money on the business side of filming. And so we were all, if I mean, if you kind of look at that, we're all in a different space. We're all, and we're not communicating, we're not talking. No one knows what the hell anybody else is doing really with anything. Um, so it's like when the one guy who quit his job to do this full time basically says, "Hey, I'm done. You know, I'm done. I want to move on and get a real job, and I'm done worrying about bills and stuff for the company." And everybody else is like, okay. You know, now there's 3 people checked out, and honestly, I love Eric, but I mean, Eric kind of checked out a couple months ago to do his own thing. So, yeah, I could have kept Dead Workers Party channel going on my own, but it just feels like the that would just be weird to me. Like, I'll tell you this: I may not have nearly as many subs as the Dead Workers Party channel, but man, y'all are commenting and joining me on this journey and watching the videos that are there. So I feel like I may have 100th of the subs, but they're the 100th that enjoys what I do, and I'm getting great feedback from y'all. And oh my god, it feels so different than doing a video, and because half, you know, or not half, but a third of the people are on the channel because of Eric, and a third are on because of Wes, a third are on because of me, or and it may be a 10th, and anyway, and so every video is like, it feels like a struggle of, man, you suck, or you know, you do this, and you get a couple good comments. So anyway, like, I love feedback, and if there's constructive criticism, I love that too, because it just makes me a better YouTuber. I guess that's what I'll call myself. It makes me a better at my job, at what I'm doing. So I don't mind that. When people are just hating because they prefer someone over you, though, I think that's ridiculous and pointless comments. So, like I said, the writing was on the wall, but that Monday meeting was, I mean, it was an absolute shock, because I mean, I would not have put up the Kickstarter. Like, I've been trying to take down the Kickstarter, but I can't remember the password to get in. But there's like things that I wouldn't have been doing otherwise, and and now it's a bunch of, you know, rigmarole, because we're trying to figure out what to do with all of our company assets that we have, and that's just another battle. But that's a conversation for another day. Wow, took a lot of time with that one. I could just talk and talk and talk. But yes, absolute surprise, and yes, I probably shouldn't have answered that question. What you gonna do? What am I gonna do? I just talky. This is going to be the 40-minute morning coffee episode. Okay, let's move on. Caleb Pay says, Caleb here again. Oh, what made you want to get started in doing YouTube? I'll answer that one first. Really, I've loved being on the stage, so to speak, for a long time. I was in high school. I started a band called Plaid, and we were good. I mean, we had I believe had good music. We had a good sound. It was a lot of fun, and I loved being on stage every time. You know, the first few times it's nervous, but man, once you got over that, and it's just, I loved every second of it. I miss being in a band and having those creative energies, and a lot of that was the same thing with kind of being in a group of people doing film stuff like that. And so it was kind of an easy translation to YouTube, because it's kind of, I love all that. I love playing games. I love editing videos and seeing what I can do to them to make them better than what they were. And then I love seeing the reactions and people enjoying them. Like, being able to look and see someone smile at something you're doing I get no better pleasure in that. And so yeah, so getting into YouTube was just, it was kind of a natural progression of what we were doing. So um, actually getting started in doing YouTube, we were already doing videos, so we were putting them up on things like Blip TV and other avenues, and so I guess it, I'm not sure if that's um, the right question, so to speak. Like, maybe what got us into filming? I don't know. Like, YouTube was just kind of like an avenue. You know, we were putting out DVDs. Well, here's a way to put out a DVD without having to press a DVD and blah 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 blah. Just upload it and do it. So, and maybe I didn't understand the question completely. I don't know. Anyway, and did you originally plan to be a gaming channel, or did you want to incorporate other things into your channel, such as vlogs, Loot Crate, etc.? Originally, doing the Dead Workers Party channel, it started off non-gaming completely. We were doing skits and little interviews and micro documentaries, things like that. And then, of course, as Eric and I started seeing the channels from like Minecraft, as we interviewed people on the shaft and stuff, and we had done some music videos. We won a music video competition. Well, we didn't win. Let me rephrase that. We got third place in a music video competition that World of Warcraft did, Blizzard. So that was probably our first real gaming kind of video. That, and so gaming is just something we loved. On my channel specifically, I just decided I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Most of it's probably going to be gaming, but also I've really enjoyed doing morning coffee for the Patreon over on the Dead Workers Party channel, and the only thing I didn't like about it was not getting feedback, because, you know, when you only have 3 to 5 people watching a video, I mean, they can all respond and you're not really getting much feedback, right? So I wanted to open it up to my entire audience, and hell, I'm doing it every day anyway, so I don't know, it may be too much, right? But I like doing it, and it's I love the podcasting, the talking, and going over different things. So y'all are basically guest on the show, is how I feel like in the comments. So y'all make a comment, and that gives me something to talk to you about and get your opinion back in comments again. So it's great. So moving into the vlogs and the Loot Crate and things like that is just I like getting the free Loot Crate box every month, right? And so doing the videos is a way for them to keep doing that. But I really liked the Loot Crate video and how it came out, and so if it's entertaining, then I'm gonna put it up on the channel. May not be the best video ever, may not be a funny video, but I want to put out something that at least either gets you emotionally involved, whether it's drama or comedy or just makes you think about something. That's okay. All of that's good for me, and hopefully you enjoy it. And we'll make our own brand of who comes to this channel and signs up and subs by what I'm putting out. If they only like gaming, then they probably will move on to a different channel, and that's okay. And that's one of the things that I got to say with moving on from the Dead Workers to my own channel is absolutely love that, just being able to do whatever the hell I want. I don't got no one to answer to except for me and possibly you, in a way. Okay, JC Gree 3N says, what are the chances of getting Notch back on the Shaft podcast for an update? Nil. I'll tell you that right now, nil. Notch does not want anything to do with Minecraft right now, and currently it's nil. I mean, I've actually been in correspondence with him since the Mojang sale, and he just wants to distance himself right now. I mean, he just wants to be able to do what he wants to do and not always be tied to Minecraft right now. So I think maybe if there ever comes a day when he kind of gets through that and is in a better place to live with that, then possibly. Because I think that would be cool for him to come back and talk to him as a guest, not on like, hey, you're working on it, but hey, what do you think about what Microsoft has done with the game that you made? I think that'd be an awesome interview, right? So we'll definitely try eventually. Also, is my name easier to read now that it's not as long? Peace. P.S. 25-30-minute length time is good here. Okay, so we're getting there. This one's a nice longer one, too. So let's move on. Sin Killer J Takakawa says, I'm Sin Killer J on Twitter. Sin Killer J Takakawa on Skype. Replied to the last morning coffee tweet. I've worked with Basher among others. Oh, yeah. So that's really cool. I'm horrible with names, and as you can see, you can actually go subscribe. I wonder if I should do that as I go over people's names. So, like, hey, you can go subscribe if they've got a channel. Is that cool? Or is that more stuff that I'm doing? JBJ Blaze. Hey, I didn't know you had a channel, JB. J Blaze. That makes me a jerk. Cylinder's got one. Team Evolution. Team Avo. Oh no! Wait, y'all. Oh no! Don't bomb a server. Okay. Anyway, so maybe I shouldn't do that. Anyway, Nathan Sim says, "Are you doing a Robocraft series? You said you were doing an episode, and today was awesome because it is half past week. I plan to play more Robocraft, and if the content in it I think is entertaining, I will definitely make a video. So I would definitely say yes. You will probably see more Robocraft on the channel. I had a blast in the game, and I'd really like to make some really crazy looking vehicles and see how they do. Super Mastodon asks, how many unique hats do you have in your collection? I'm also glad you're still enjoying the survival aspect of Minecraft. Thanks. I don't know. I will go with 20, which isn't that many. But I'm going with 20. If you count like baseball caps, I've got another 20 of those at home too. But definitely love hats, and I'm going to be getting more as I can. I'm trying to do one a day different, but I'm going to run out fast. Mick Gira says, you shouldn't drink those soft drinks that often. Water is much better for you. Absolutely agree. Excuse me. Soft drinks are terrible for you. You should not drink them unless you want to sponsor the show, Monster, and I'll gladly change my tune. I'm actually drinking a no-carb one today. There's still probably a bunch of crap in here that is horrible for you. But this is a free one in the gas station. I got a card that I swipe, and I got a free one. So anyway, I agree. Soft drinks are bad. I'm addicted. Shrine Master, what's up, Shrine Master? Says, I'm looking forward to seeing and playing whatever you come up with for mod packs. If you're looking for builders, I'm sure Bitburner will give me a good reference. Oh, I know you're a good builder. I've seen what you built on the Shaftland, so definitely. I have actually been working with Gentleman. Wow, where'd my cursor go? Cursor, come back. Cursor, come back. Any kind of fool could see I'm in. But I'm working with Plenty of Kills, who's going to be looking for the mods that Maz and I need to make an incredible Safari Masters pack. And so maybe we'll get that up as a pack and get everybody playing it. That'd be awesome. Sean Irvin says, Brent, I think you should play any game you want. I'll watch it anyways. As of my day, well, I got to work. Sorry, work sucks. Unless you love your works, then it doesn't suck. But thank you. I will there's actually a lot of games that I want to play, and so right now it's getting time to do it, and hoping they're entertaining enough to put up on the channel. So, Steve Mesper says, "Love your Stetson, Brent," and thank you. That was from Duffy Jones. Brought it down here for me and put it up on the shelf and said it worked. It's hard to do with the big headphones, but I've been trying to just use the small ones during the show so I can wear whatever freaking hat I want to. Yeah. And last but not least, certainly not least, Caleb Pace says, Caleb here again. What made you want to get started in doing YouTube? And I've already read that one. I guess it was up. People wanted to know about that. So there you go. I'm not going to talk about anything else because it wouldn't be fair to the people who left that didn't want to hear comments. So thanks again, everyone. And leave some more comments on what we talked about today. I don't really have a discussion topic, but I appreciate everything y'all said, and I will see y'all tomorrow on Friday. Bye-bye. I need to come up with a good bye tagline. Like, I like howdy, folks. This is like an intro, but an outro. Bowdy, folks. Is that... What do you think about Bowdy? No. Well, that's horrible. Bye.